There's a lot of people. Oh,
Break my glasses.
you about scared the hell out of me there.
Me too. I just hit my face with my door and my glasses. Wow. I did that yesterday, but I didn't hit my glasses.
I got a few extra holes in my head from doing that on my car.
Oh, yeah. I don't have holes. I have dents.
Yeah, I just ended up with bumps when I had hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually I hit my head, not my glasses. I was so lucky. Can't even tell I hit it. But man, I did a lousy job at cleaning them.
I'm just glad you didn't get hurt. Last night there was some kids pulling guns on each other, and I pulled out my camera and started recording and up to them. And as I got real close, that's when I heard them talking about how it's just a BB gun. But I was fucking scared shitless. You know, one of them kids had it like this, and the other kid was, about 20 feet in front of him with his hands up like this.
They were playing a game.
Exactly.
And that's how people get killed.
Yep, exactly. So I recorded it. I was like, I did explain it to them. They did understand it. I talked to them like they were adults. It'd just be nice if more people were able and willing and capable of doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I know today's a day where you're busy, so I'm going to get back to my video and let you do your thing. Do what?
I have a few minutes before I have to be on leave for lunch.
Yes, ma'am.
I stood in line over there, found out I couldn't shop 2 days in a row. They've been letting me do it, I think, but maybe I'm only done it once a week. I don't know. I have no clue. So, that's okay.
I could blow off your entire experience and say, you know what, you seem to be doing just fine.
I stood outside for 20 minutes, and then I waited in line for about 5-10 minutes to get through the store, and I only picked up like 4 or 5 things. So I think maybe they were letting me do it twice a week because we usually get 15 each time that you go. Well, without any way to cook, you can't get that much stuff.
Exactly. Anyway, a lot of us are out here in survival mode, and nobody's going to listen to us because we're homeless. Those who are not homeless don't understand that. There's a lot of women that I know that their experience of living in a car for 2 weeks, that means that they know everything about homelessness. And the women out here will tell you that 2 weeks in your car is not the same thing as being homeless. You know, that 2 weeks until you get a boyfriend that you can move in with, or that 2 weeks until your parents are able to send you some money so you can get something. You know, a lot of us have been there. A lot of us have spent that 2 weeks in a car. But that 2 weeks isn't always 2 weeks. When you're a guy, it's never 2 weeks. Well, I did know one guy who was homeless for literally 2 weeks in Boulder, Colorado. He was rich. His wife kicked him out. He was on the streets for about 2 weeks, did not lose his job, and he said he made about 10 grand a month. So he just had to wait for his paycheck and he could go rent a place immediately. He had excellent credit, obviously had good money coming in, obviously had no problems paying his bills. It just happened to be that he and his wife had a hard time after she had spent a whole bunch of their money. And when he went homeless, it's because she was real mean, and he knew that he could maintain it. He could just hold off until he got paid in 2 weeks, and then he'd go rid of himself a place. And he did the right thing. He closed out his bank account, made sure that he made an account that was just his. That way he could use that money. And he was out there 2 weeks, and then he wasn't homeless anymore. For most of us, it ain't like that. Most of us don't have a $10,000 a month job. The police, when they commit criminal acts against you, they have a running joke that they'll smile at you and laugh while saying it. You can get a lawyer when you get out. Now, I got to deal with a lot of people who are just nuts, like Shannon Alvarado. She's just nuts. I'm sure she don't like to hear that. Here's the thing, you're crazy to believe that talking over the victim instead of helping the victim to turn in the crimes against them as help shows that you're fucking batshit goddamn crazy. If somebody assaulted your daughter today, you'd do something about it today. What would you do if somebody assaulted your son today? People victimize whoever it's easiest to victimize. Now, Shannon Alvarado just isn't getting the hint. So I suppose what I'm going to do today is treat her the way that I am fucking treated. People don't like it when I do that. They don't like it when I post on their timeline and type mean shit. They don't like it if I call them. Chris Stafford could only handle about 5 calls from me before he had Amanda block me on his phone. Yeah. Now, what would happen in my situation? They'd just make another account and call me from a different number. Meanwhile, I called Chris Stafford from my number, so he knew exactly who it was. Whereas I get calls from restricted numbers, how am I supposed to sort out a police officer from somebody who's threatening to kill me or my friends or family? Meanwhile, I went to these different agencies to explain to them what was going on, and they blew off literally everything that I told them. And then they wanted to play victim, like TFCC and TCCHC. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Susan is sober, Shannon Alvarado's not. If Susan were in my position and asked for my help, I'd drop what I was doing immediately. I'd spend a whole day or even a whole week helping her if that's what it took. I also understand that she's a bit older than me. She's got her own health problems. She needs to keep herself fed. I don't understand why she doesn't have Ann go in with her to these places. Ann's like 83 years old. All of us out here on the streets are going through the same problem. Government officials, whether they work for social services or otherwise, their job is to blow you off, to deny you services, and that's easy to do if you go in alone. They can lie to you when you go in alone. Because it's just your word versus theirs. Who's gonna fucking care? Shannon Alvarado doesn't care what the laws are. What she cares about is her opinion. Only her opinion matters. And I got extra phones in here, and some of them have Shannon Alvarado's number in them. She kept on calling me up yesterday, and then hanging up on me. Weird. She's been harassing me, despite the fact she was asked years ago to leave me alone. And she didn't stop. Promised up and down that she wanted to help me. All she wanted was to help me. So I gave her another chance, and she did the same thing. She didn't want to take no for an answer. She didn't want to listen to, hey, leave me the fuck alone. None of my predators understand, leave me alone. None of them understand that no means no. It's not just the women, it's also the men. I'm not allowed to set boundaries. I should probably give you all Dee Dee Klang's number. Alright, it's not working too good, is it? Oh, Abel Ramos's number. He's probably dead by now. Alright, apparently I don't have her number in here. No. Alright. Quite a bit of phone numbers in here. I should give out Brenda Dickinson's number. That's a good one. She's one of those people who pretended to care about me, but the reality is she just took advantage of me. Fuck it. I ain't dead yet.